He said to El Debate, "We hope that on January 1st, everything can be resolved." And then later, he backpedaled a little bit, took a U-turn and said, "My words were misinterpreted. What I said is that we have to wait until next year, always with respect to PSG, with whom we have good relations." Anyway, Leonardo was not too happy with this. He said, "It's lasted for 2 years. The transfer window is open. Real Madrid need to stop behaving like this. They need to stop. Mbappe is a PSG player and the club wants this relationship to last. It's a lack of respect to PSG." Jules is with us. PSG seem to be furious about this, Jules.
Yeah, I mean, Leonardo not happy by the comments by the president, of course, as you would expect. I think, again, I don't think Florentino Perez did much wrong, because from January the 1st, anyone will be able to sign Kylian Mbappe for next season. This is what happens when a player is out of contract in the summer that follows. From January the 1st, he's allowed to pick whoever he wants to play, sign a pre-contract, start talking to clubs. All of that is allowed, and it's been going on for years and years. I don't know what Leonardo was cross about. I believe that when Florentino Perez said what he said, he meant we can sign that pre-contract for next season. I don't think he meant we will sign him on January the 1st in that transfer window, in the winter transfer window, for him to finish the second half of the season with Real Madrid. And maybe that's where Leonardo maybe misinterpreted, or I don't know, but I don't think they needed to go into such a clash today.
Has it been a bit of an overreaction, Craig, from Leonardo? It's not like they didn't know that this is all been going on.
I don't understand. And by the way, this Mbappe Madrid falling out with people, soap opera, is starting to make me want to throw up. Really is. It's child stuff. I mean, Leonardo and every man and his dog knows it's not going to be a long and lasting relationship, because everyone knows the player's going to leave on a free transfer. Now, it's looking like it's Real Madrid, but it might not be, but it's looking like it. But he's definitely leaving Paris Saint-Germain. So everyone's just got to get over this, surely, and get on with it, for God's sake.
He told them when he signed that he was going to leave and go to Real Madrid, before he even signed for them. That was 4 years ago, and they still think he's going to sign a new contract, or they're still complaining because it looks bad. I mean, seriously, I don't get it. Makes no sense.
But I do think that, I have to be honest, I do think Florentino Perez, while he is right, and January the 1st, and as Jill said, he can talk to anybody, Kylian Mbappe, I do think he's got bigger things to worry about short term than speaking about this. You know, he doesn't have to speak about it publicly, does he? Really and truly. So, I mean, yes, PSG are overreacting a little bit, but there's really no need for anybody in the hierarchy at Real Madrid to be washing their dirty linen in public.
Yet we keep hearing it, though, don't we, Jules? Is this situation going to overshadow things at PSG and impact their quest to win the Champions League this season?
I don't think so. I don't see how this would have an impact. I mean, this is what we've been saying for weeks now. He doesn't want to extend the contract. He's happy to stay for 1 more year, but that would mean he will go on a free. PSG won't get any money. I suspect if PSG said no to all the money that Real Madrid were ready to offer 2 months ago, is because they also took in consideration that there's the big risk that he will leave for nothing in a year's time. So they were also happy to choose that direction. So I don't know what kind of impact this will have. He says that he wanted to come clean and talk publicly about it, because there was a lot of things said in the summer, and the fans read things and heard things, and now this is his version and this is the right version. He also let the door a little bit open on, he said, you don't know what's going to happen, maybe I can extend my deal, but we all know that that won't be the case. But I don't think this could have a negative impact at all. I think it could actually be the other around. Maybe that will have a positive impact on him as well, saying, this is it, I've said what I had to say, now I'm not going to talk about it again. And then we see at the end of the season what we do. And now we can focus on this season, which could be a great season for PSG. And at least there won't be anything about that kind of transfer, what happened last summer. Do we know the whole truth? Do we know the whole story? Because now he's spoken about it. We know what happened. We know what he said to the club, what the club said to him. We know everything now. So they can all move on, I guess.
There absolutely is a negative. Every single time something like this comes up, and it's Mbappe again, the fans in my opinion, start turning against the player.
So is he to blame for bringing this back up when he did?
I'm not so sure it's Mbappe's fault. You know, he's always, you know, when Perez speaks and then Leonardo speaks, then they'll go to him to speak. You know, if particularly PSG, they can ask Real Madrid to say nothing, but they can't stop them speaking. But they can just try and quieten things down and not keep the fire burning. Because every single time it comes out, it looks bad on Mbappe. Whether it's, I don't think it's his fault, but he's having to answer questions.
But then he did come out with a statement. Obviously, the international breaks come, and he's speaking again about a situation. So Mbappe, he's gone back over what he wanted.
Well, listen, talked about this yesterday. I don't know what else I can say that I didn't say yesterday. I don't see why he feels the need to clarify, apart from the fact that he wants to maybe get the fans on his side for a few months before he leaves. I just think the less he says now, the more he performs on the field, the better it's going to be for everybody. Like, everyone knows, Paris Saint-Germain fans know that he's going to leave in the summer. That's not up. It's not up for debate. Let me go back to another point you made. You said to Jules earlier about winning the Champions League and could it derail him. Let me tell you something. Okay, if Paris and it's a very small window, but if Paris Saint-Germain play the way they did against Man City, which they did win, but they didn't play well, and a better team would have put them away, or a better team in the final third, more clinical. And the way they played against Rennes at the weekend, that's a small window. But if they play like that, they won't win the Champions League, no matter what's happening. So there are some bigger issues there. Yeah, they're top of league on. Yeah, they beat Man City. But this can fester. Messi or not, the little genius is not quite being the little genius so far, apart from the one great goal against Man City when he hardly got a touch. But all this can fester, and the more people just keep answering back and bickering with each other, the longer it'll continue.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.